Hi everyone, welcome back, and I hope all of your friends have joined, your teammates. And today is the second day of our compost camp, and I am very excited to see that all of you are back. And I think you are anticipating to learn more because you are here. So I hope that all of you had been able to access all the resources and all the course materials on GitHub. Can you give me a quick yes in the chat box if you had been able to access? Because if you had not, we will be sharing the links also. Okay. Okay. So since most of you have written yeses, I assume that okay, some of you have not received. Don't worry, we will be giving you the link in this session also. So you will be able to look for everything in the GitHub links, and we will also be giving you the main Google developer the website link so that you can continue your journey and complete the assignments on time, because like we had said last day, you need to complete those assignment and the coursework so that you can get the badges, and ultimately so that you can move on and get that certificate. So that is very important. But if you have not received it, don't worry, we will be sending everything in the chat itself. That's not an issue. And I would also like to mention that if you have any doubts throughout this entire session that the team will be teaching you today, please feel free to write in the Q&A, because it becomes easier for the team to keep track of the real doubts and questions. And without further ado, I would like to get started on the day 2 of Compost Camp hosted by GDSC TMSL. And I welcome you all back to our platform, and I'm very excited to have you here with us. And like you can see, I think most of you have done your coursework and you have accessed the materials. So, how are you feeling, guys? That is what I want to know. I hope that all of you have learned something, even 5% of what was taught in the coursework. Are you excited or are you still apprehensive? Do you feel like you don't understand some things and some things you have to clear your doubts? Whatever you feel like, if you think it's a bit difficult, also you can write. Okay, just a bit tired but excited. That is for most difficult courses you will feel. But I don't think it's difficult because I think the coursework is very well explained. So even if you are in first year or second year, I think it is pretty easy. So today in the day 2 of the compost camp, like the rest of the team will be also briefing you about today. थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है पर ready to give my best. That is the proper attitude and I'm very happy about it. The team will be briefing you today. You will be learning how to build your interface, the UI interface, on the second day of the compost camp. And I do not want to waste a lot of time since the team will be teaching you. And before I do that, I want to introduce you to our application development team. You might know many of them, but I will still introduce them. We have Shomallo Bhattacharya as the head. Then we have Shubhayu, Priyashu, Vishwambar, and Preetam. A big thank you to all of them because they have worked really hard so that your course material will be easy and easy to learn and easy to understand. But I think I should also give a shout out to Sharup Ranjan Paul, who is our graphics head. All the graphics that you'll be seeing, the presentation and everything, he has been working. He and his team has been working very hard. So, and also I want to ask, do you guys have you had any doubts with the last session, or even when you went back home and did the coursework? So you can put that in the Q&A for today also. So we will try our level best to answer all of your questions. So I think you are very excited. So I will not take up a lot of time, and I will hand it over to Shomallo and Sharup to start the presentation officially for the day 2 of Compost Camp.
Sharup presentation, please. Hello. Is my voice audible? Yeah.
Yes, Shomalu, it's audible.
Yeah. Sharup, can you present the presentation?
Okay, I'm starting.
Well, thanks, Rishita, for giving such a nice intro. Uh, Today we are going to learn about building app UI. At first, we will learn about some more Kotlin basics. After that, we will learn about how to bring interactivity to the app, and end the session by learning how to take user input and deal with different aspects of it. And now I will hand it over to Priyashu, who will teach you the first module of the second unit, which deals with the some more basics of Kotlin, which you will need to build some great apps.
Hello guys, myself Priyashu. So I'll be teaching about the Kotlin fundamentals to you guys. I know it's a theoretical part, but I will try my level best to not make it that much theoretical. So let's try my best, and I hope you will like it. Next, Vishwambar Bhaiya would be teaching you. Hello, hello.
Yes, you are audible. I think there is some technical snag in from Swarup's end.
Sure. Hello.
Priyashu, I think there's a glitch. You just stops the share and reshare, I guess. Yeah, now it's fine.
We can continue, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So hello guys, myself Priyashu. So I'll be teaching about Kotlin fundamentals, and I know it's a theoretical part, but I will try my level best to not to make it theoretical through some hands-on lessons. So let's continue. So Vishwambar Bhaiya will be taking over from here. Mm, hello. Are-
Yes, Priyashu, you are audible. I think
So
Vishambar is
I think
facing.
his mic is not working because his like mic is on, but his voice isn't coming.
I think he's facing some technical difficulties, so I will request him to just join again or refresh his system.
okay. So I think we should start with our topic today. So this is the topic that we'll learn today. So for today, we need three things. First, Kotlin Playground. We'll be doing everything on Kotlin Playground, no Android Studio. So I think your machines will be happy today. And then for will you have to follow whatever I will do. And then we'll be for any more top problems that I will not be discussing. You can either contact me or go through the Kotlin documents. So I'd like to give you the links of these things. For 1 minute. So everyone can open this link and they can get into a Kotlin language playground. That's actually this one. You will get a screen similar to this. Fine. Can I get a response from you guys? Whether you up to this or not. Yeah, fine. Okay. So moving forward. mm, First, we know that before learning any language, we need to learn about the conditional statements of it. So here we have a if statement. Similarly, conditional statement. जब भी हम लोग बोलते हैं, the first word that comes in our mind is if else. We know the syntax of if else similar here also. So let's move forward. We will understand it with the help of this problem. So what this problem states is that we'll input a traffic light. So then this traffic, as for the traffic light input, it will give messages like whether the car needs to stop or needs to slow down or to go or some invalid color. So anyone have any idea about how we can proceed it with if statement? I guess this should be the code, right? So can you any one of you quickly guess what should be the output of it? We have declared, I think it's visible. Yeah, right, invalid. Devanjan, a big shout out to you for this. Thank you. Sumit also. Let's move forward. Yeah. So next comes when statement. This works exactly how switch statements work. So we'll be applying the same problem here through this code also. So this is the code. Output again. Who wants to say first? Yeah, right. Very good. Now there are two different keywords that I will be discussing, in and is. So what is in? Have you guys used Python? How many of you guys are used with Python? Yeah, yeah. So we use a keyword there, range, right? To declare some range. So here in works in the same way. In, we give some range start and some range end and it's done, right? So this is the syntax. Let's move forward. This is each keyword. It's actually to check the data type of evaluated value. Fine. Okay. Now let's understand these applications through this code. So what it says that we have set x value as 20, and then we have used 4 conditions. Please explain the use of is keyword. Okay, okay, fine. So is keyword is to check the data type of evaluated value. I mean, if whatever parameter will put behind this is, it will give the data type object. Does range goes from start to end or start to end minus 1? Start to end minus 1. Okay. Now, what should be the output from it? Let me explain also. This is 2357. So we can put comma for different conditions. And if the number is 2357, it will give this output. If it's in the range of 1 to 10, it will give this output. And if it is an integer, it will give this output, and else it will give this output. So anyone can quickly guess what's the output? I don't think this type of code seems to be run, right? No, no, no. What's the output? I mean, no, no, no. Yeah, third one. Yeah, third. Dipanjali said it right. Yeah. Let's move forward. So now coming to expression. Now, whatever conditional statements we did till now, we can use them as expressions, right? So what's the use of expressions? So first, coming to that point, let's say you guys are gonna make a app, right, at the end of this session. So not at the session, I mean the whole Compose camp. So uh, to make that app, let's suppose you want to make a card. So to make that card, you want to put a condition like your card should have n number of elements. If no elements are there, you want to show that no elements present, or if n number of elements is present, you want to show that 3 elements are present, right? So in that case, you can put an expression like this and put the number here. Right? If there a number is greater than 0, then you can put the expression that the number will print, and if it's less than 0, in the else part, you can put it like no items in card or something like that. I've also put an example here. It's using that same traffic light problem. So again, I think everyone can now guess the output. Yeah, kind of pushback operator in C. Yeah, okay, let's move forward. So now comes one of the most important part in Kotlin, that's null safety. Do you guys have any idea about what null safety and what is null? Okay, let's start from basic, right? Do you know what is null and what is zero? What's the difference actually, null and zero? Anyone? What's the difference between null and zero? Null is empty and zero? Zero means what? 0 is trailer value. Yeah, right. So null means empty and 0 is trailer value, right? So what Kotlin does is, it helps to uh, it helps to overcome this null error. For example, if you give a null value, other languages like C and all, they use show you a error and not give the proper error exception error, right? So Kotlin has that facility. So what it does, if we put a null in a variable, then if we print this thing, we'll get the output as null, right? But if we want to print something else like this, let me show. Yeah, what should the output? Anyone? Can anyone guess, right? You can put your favorite actor's name here and give the output. You just try to compile it at in your playground, and I think it will be okay. No idea. Uh, Try compiling it on the playground. No print statement. That's okay, but you can try running it there. Wait, wait a minute. If you want to run this, right? Yeah, we are getting an error, right? So this is the error that we are getting. So now, yeah, that's all. So now you need to understand that what does it error means. In application development, there is a main part, that whenever error comes, you have to understand what that error means. So what we saying that a null cannot be a value of a non-nullable type string. So what we can understand from here is that nullable types that we have used string there, it cannot hold null. Like no, non-nullable types cannot hold null, and in nullable types we can give null. So how to make it nullable, that we will see. So the syntax for this is this: nothing. The way you declare a variable, do the same thing. Just add a question mark after the type you are doing. That will make it nullable. Now let's see how it works. Let's go to playground. Yeah, so I'm just adding a question mark here. Now I will to check the thing. Let me do one thing. I will print it 2 times, right? Let's print it. I'm saying what are nullable types. So actually nullable types gives you the permission so that you can put null value in that variable. That variable can be null, but without nullable types, if you are going to use some variable that has null, then yeah, Shubha, you are right. So this is what it is. So I think this output is clear with everyone. You can understand it now. If you're putting just printing it after it and then you are again assigning it to null, it's coming null. Okay, fine. Why we use question marks? So that's to declare that string is a nullable type. Actually, when we didn't put it, it was like string cannot take null value. So when we are putting it, it means that it can take null value. So whenever you are giving it null, it won't show any error. You got it? Okay, sure. Now coming to one of the most common error that application developers face, that is accessing the properties of a nullable value. That means if you want to find the length of this thing, then that's the issue, right? Let's see how it happens. So can anyone quickly run and give the output for it? 9. Okay. And if I remove the question mark, sure, you are getting 9. Yeah, Ahmad already know that. Yeah, okay, fine. So let me go to that part. So the thing that happens, we get the error. That's because of the null reference that we are doing. So to make it, we have to give that question mark along with that reference also to get out of the runtime error. So in many times you might find that whenever you are making an app, you might get into something like blank screen or a red screen is coming. That's nothing but just a runtime error. You can go through it. If you get that error message or something null or that, you can check all these things and add question marks wherever it's necessary. Yeah. Now run this thing and now say the output. This is actually we are using safe call operator. So what is happening is right, you are using nullable variable and then putting the safe call operator. So what it's saying is that whatever fact that dot length is giving, it's giving it that it can be null also. So it's not going through that null check again. Yeah, right. Everyone is going with me, right? Now comes a not null assertion operator. Now be aware that whenever you are using this not null assertion, be aware that the value you are assigning it with, it shouldn't be null. If it's null, then you are like dead because it's gonna give you an exception error. Sure. Uh, if you want to run this, if anyone wants, they can run it just by changing that question mark to double exclamation, and they will. I'm sure they will get error. Has anyone tried to run it? Same output. Yeah, error. It will give error actually. Uh, it's written null actually here. If you are giving it something without null, then yeah, okay, fine. Now this null thing can also be done without use of Shubha is saying a good use case of okay, yeah, that's right. So using if else statements, we can also do that task. So now we can put nullable variable. If it's not equals to null, then you can give whatever output you're giving. I think you might not be able to see this. Let's try to zoom in. Yeah. So what's it is like favorite actor is something like this, and then we are saying that if it's not equals to null, and then we are going to find the length, and if it's null, then we are going to get 0. So let's run and see how it works, right? Mm. So it's working, right? And if I'm gonna put a null here, then I should get 0, right? You are getting 0. Fine. Everyone got up to this? Everything is clear, right? Okay. I'm waiting. Once you are done, say done. Okay. Can you use val keyword before if condition? Why you are gonna use a val before if condition? You are gonna actually declare the variable as a length of name, right? This one is a variable. Why are you gonna use before if? Let's try it. See what happens. Sure. That's the error you are getting, right? Got it. So can I move forward? Okay, done. Fine. So moving forward. Now this is a very interesting topic. Whatever we did here, actually, that was a very long thing. We have to write 4 lines of code to run it, actually. Actually, we can do it in 1 line, you know. Can anyone guess how? Any idea about how we can do it in 1 line? Mm, no. Kind of similar bitwise, but not bitwise. Yeah, kind of ternary operator, but still not ternary operator. Mhm, mhm. So this is what it is. So this is called Elvis operator. Whatever I have used here, this is called Elvis operator. What it does is that if the value is null, so if it's not null, then it runs the expression before it. If it's null, it runs the expression after it. Got it? No, it's not ternary operator. It's Elvis operator. This is Elvis operator. This is a syntax for it. And whatever we did, we can do it in one single line. Okay, explaining again. So this is Elvis operator. Previously, whatever it did with if and else statement, it was like if length of name was not null, we'll give the length dot length thing, and if it was like null, then we are giving 0, right? So now what we're doing is that using this operator, uh, whatever it's before this dot length part, it will run whenever this factor favorite actor thing is not null, and if it's null, it will run this part after it. Clear, Devanjan? Clear? Okay, fine. So let's move forward. Now comes another important part. Oops. So how many guys have idea about oops or what oops it? uh, I think you guys have done it in your 12 standard, right? Both CBSE and ICSE had it. Yeah, fine. So for those who didn't do it, so let's explain what object-oriented programming is. So object-oriented programming is that we make a blueprint of a thing and then use it multiple times through some instance. So we have two terms here, class and object. So what class and object is? We can see here two images. One is of a car, another is of as a blueprint of a car. So this blueprint is nothing but a class. And whenever we are designing from that blueprint to something solid, that is an object. Now let's understand in terms of code. Before that, let's understand the four pillars of, the four major parts of, not parts actually. The four important things about OOPS, which makes it OOPS. Let's see what are they. Encapsulation. So what is encapsulation? So encapsulation means that in OOPS we generally put everything in a class, and then there are methods, constructors, or properties in them. So putting everything in a class and then running it, it makes the thing wrapping kind of. So this is called encapsulation. I will discuss about it in details and how the code is done about it and all in details. Let's quickly go through the theory part. Okay. Now comes abstraction. This is like hiding our personal information. So what we do is here, actually personal information of a code is its internal logic, right? So it hides the internal logic and does not allow its access from outside. So coming to inheritance, this is a parent-child relationship. We can see a nice chart here. Now coming to the next part, polymorphism. Yeah, so can you guys see the Spider-Man here? Anyone? Yeah. So do you guys know that story of Spider-Man, that one man tried to uh, act like Spider-Man, dressed up like him, and then fell into something struggle, and then Spider-Man saved him, right? So this is something like that. Both the Spider-Mans, both are looking the same, but both have different functionalities, right? So that is what polymorphism is. We are using the same word and in two different ways. They will perform in two different ways. Okay. We will look at it. Okay, don't worry. Now coming to class. Now comes the code part. So how we define a class? Normal class, then we define the class name, and then we have a body. So class have three parts: properties, methods, and constructors. So what are properties? Anyone, any idea what are properties? It's written here already. Let's check. Okay, let me continue. Little slow in the ops part. Okay, fine. I'm going slow. So coming to properties, am I going fast, guys? Am I going too fast? Little bit. Okay. I'm going slow. Okay, fine. So coming to the properties part, it's a okay. Got it. I'm going slow. Okay. Fine. So coming to properties, it's nothing but variables. In whatever we do in our functional programming, so we get it done here through properties. There we get variables, here we get properties. Methods, nothing but functions. In our functional programming, we define functions. Here we define that as methods. And constructors, these are some special things. Uh, should I decide it? Give I tell it about later or now? I think I should go little details about it. So what constructor is that it's a special type of function that actually creates a class instance throughout the class. So I think most of you won't be clear about it now, right? So I will discuss about constructors in later parts. You won't understand constructor before I go through the code and do a hand-on session on it. So let's understand properties and methods first. Then we will go into constructors. Okay, fine. Yeah, if you guys have any doubt, feel free to drop them. Okay, you guys are with me, right? Getting everything clear? Okay, fine. Now coming to creating an instance of a class. So how we made a class, right? Now how we can call a class. From here only, we will start coding. Enough of theory, right? Let's start coding. Done with theory. Let's start. So what we are doing, we now got to know how to define a class and how to define a function. So let's start with that. This is what we got, right? How to define a class and how to define a function. Now coming to the next part, let's go to a presentation. Yeah. So how to create an instance of a class? We need to put the variable name equals to and then an instance. I mean the instance name and then call the class. So let's try it out. Uh, okay. So what should we put here? Any idea? What should we put here to call the instance of a smart device? Anyone? Hello guys. Yes, no, nothing. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, not actually semicolon. I mean that two dots. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, done. Now moving to the next part. Now how we can define methods in a class? Nothing. I define another. We how we did it in previous way. Fun and then the method name and the functions inside it. Right? Yeah, colon. Right. Very good. So functions, we'll be putting something like this. Let's do it with our code too, right? Let's get here. We are done till here. We have an empty body. Let's put something here. Done. Everyone is within me. सबका इधर तक हो गया. Hello. Are you guys doing it with me? Yeah, write it, write it. I'm giving the codes, right? Once you guys are done, write yes. Okay. Done. Okay. Achha, once you guys are done, react anything on Devanjo's chat, something, anything. You can react anything. You know the react button, right? Hover over it, you will get it. React anything over that. Yeah, like this. Yeah. 4, 5. Yeah. Now I need to add it. Oh shit. 8. Then okay. 13, 15. Where are others? Others? कितना हुआ? 17, 18, 19, including the Panjali and Sarvesh. Okay. Where are others? If you guys face any problem or something like that, feel free to contact us. We are there. Or any problems, you can also text it on in the WhatsApp group, right? Mm-hmm. 23. There are 70 attendees. Why 23? Where are others? Aren't they with me? Okay. Okay, should I continue now? I guess yes. Okay. Done. So let's continue. So we defined the methods. Now what we need to do? We need to call it, right? We need to call it from where? From the main function. Let's see how it's done. So call method from object. So what we need to do is call it from main function. Thing is class object dot need to put the method name and then put the arguments. We don't have any arguments here, so no problem. It's simple, right? Let's put it. We did it. You guys also add it. This is the object name and this is a method name. Done. Clear? So let's try running it here. Is it running? Yeah, it's running. You guys got the output? No errors, right? No one got error. Everyone is getting this correctly, right? Yeah, working, right? So we just on it and off it. That's done. We didn't wait for anyone. So let's continue. What's next? Now coming to properties. Properties, as I said, it's a variable. So we can declare variables a similar way we declared in previously in functional way. But to to call a variable, we can use this thing that is call object dot variable name. So we need to name the class object, then put the variable name. What changes should we do in our code? For example, if I want to put these three things, these three variables in my code, what should the option to call either the name or the category, something like that. Enter क्यों नहीं गया इधर? Let's redo it. And to call it, what should we do? Anyone? Any guess how we should call it here? We need to put object name dot variable name. So how we should call it? Smart device dot name. How to print it? It won't show the right. Uh, Not the bracket thing actually. How to print it? For example, I want to print something like device name is something. So okay, let's move forward. Yeah, right. Devanjan, right? But if I want to print it with some statement, we have to use these things. This is nothing but something like %d in C. I mean, we need to use that and all. This is something like that. We need to put a dollar and under curly brackets, we need to put this. So let's run it now. So we are running Android TV, right? Device name is Android TV and it's on and off. Done. Let's move forward. So this is the whole code that I did till now. Nothing extra. This is all about it. You guys can try it later also. Uh, to try it later, I have something for you. Wait. Open this link, you will get everything. Okay, whatever you did till now. So now coming to the constructors. So what are constructors? Whatever we are doing till now, the class that we defined, that's actually nothing but a default constructor. So constructors can be of two types, default constructor or parameterized constructor. So default constructors are those that we don't need to actually write the constructor word there and then define it. It's actually inbuilt in Kotlin. And for parameterized constructor, we need to pass the parameters along with the class name, and we need to use the keyword constructor whenever we are doing separation between parameterized constructor and default constructor. And coming to parameterized constructor, this is how we define a parameterized constructor, and this is how we call it actually. We'll discuss this in details. So this is how what a primary constructor is. It now parameterized constructor can be of two types: primary constructor and secondary constructor. So primary constructor is written in this way. So wait 1 minute. Okay.
Yeah, Shu, I
Guys,
think you are muted, so please unmute yourself and complete
Okay.
what you are
Okay.
saying.
Okay. For how long am I muted?
Just for 1 or 2 seconds.
Okay. Okay. Fine. I got. So are you guys? Do you guys need a break? I think yes. You guys got a little bored, I think. Okay, okay, okay. So Rishita Buddhi will be saying something about the program. So let's continue.
So I just want to ask everybody, how are you? See, they are not bored. How are you asking them if they are bored or not? I don't think anyone is bored. Are you really bored, or are you like having a little difficulty in like following constructors and oops and everything? Let me see. Okay, but you need rest. That happens in all classes and lectures also. It is an interesting session because we are trying to, bring you something that is a little new. So I think a lot of people will be having a little trouble in understanding. But for that, we have all resources available. So even if you miss something, just need 2 minutes to recollect my thoughts. It's okay, understandable. You're studying a new subject, a new something. So you will have all the resources shared with you uh, on the WhatsApp group. You can join the Discord channel. You can like contact with the team on social media also. And see, once you learn it, you will also be able to do a lot of interesting projects, not only for this session, but once you learn a skill, it will be a skill throughout your life. So I think it's a very interesting thing that we are getting to learn. I am learning as well. There are many things that I myself don't know, and I would like to remind you the criteria for certification. Please follow whatever is being taught in like our sessions, the day one, day two that we have done, and the upcoming sessions. All the links we will be sharing at the end, so that you just concentrate on the session right now. All the links will be shared at the end. You don't need to worry. We will take care of everything. And make sure you follow us, like, or you check out the GitHub repository. All the subject material is on there. If you have any problem, contact us on WhatsApp. And make sure you go and complete each week's assignment in time, because that, and you not only get to access the badges, but at the end of this compost camp you will be getting the certificate. So please make sure that you're doing whatever coursework is necessary. That is very important. And since we have taken a little study break now, I would also like to introduce our gold partner for the event, that is Lyft. I think a lot of you may be familiar with Lyft India, but Lyft is a global organization and they have decided to partner with us. I'm going to just show you something on my phone really quick. I think many of you are accustomed to seeing the Lyft logo on many applications. So I'm very glad to announce that they are our official gold partner for GDSC Technomain Salt Lake. And please go out and check out their app. I know most of you might be knowing that they are a ride sharing app. They have made the contact between drivers and people who need to get somewhere very seamless. So I think you're all very accustomed. I do not need to explain, their name precedes itself, but we are very glad. And we are also very happy that all of you guys are here at 8:30 trying to learn something new. And I just want a quick shout out in the chat that what has been the highlight of this compost camp? Like, what do you think has been the most interesting thing that you have got to learn? See, this is not a technical question, and I think you can answer this. One or two words will do. So, what do you think you want to learn out of this compost camp? Do you want to have like a technical certification, or just put something on your resume, or just a new skill that you want to learn? New and exciting things to learn. I think that should be everybody's goal. And I would also like to tell you that we always appreciate feedback at GDSC TMSL. So if you think that there is something that has caught your eye in this session, or even in the previous session, you can just click a screenshot of what is being taught, or even like whatever you want to, and you can post it on any social media. We are there on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, name it. And then you can share your own experiences, what you liked about the session, what you hope we teach in the next session. And please don't forget to use the hashtags, that is hashtag compost camp and hashtag GDSC and hashtag Google Developer Student Club. So it makes it easier to see your posts. And we would really love it if you post on social media with your experiences, and it just helps the club become a better learning space for everybody. And I would also like to give I think I've already said this, a great shout out to the entire team. Priyashu has been teaching so well, and I'm really enjoying it. And even Shomallu and the rest of his team, and even Shorup for the presentation, because I think he has done a lot of fun elements with the memes and everything. And he's trying to make it very interactive and fun for you guys to have knowledge about Kotlin and Android Studio. I think that is a given. The entire Compost camp is about that. But I think what you will learn here, we hope you can implement it. You will be seeing it in the like upcoming sessions, when you get to work on like real life projects also. Like last day also we asked you, the PPTs are so well designed. I know, I think I have a very talented team. That is why I'm like, I feel very like untalented in front of all of them. They are so very very talented people. So what is it that you are looking to build? Like last day we had some ideas. Somebody said we want a app that tracks assignments, we want an app that manages books, we want like a ride sharing app. So are you guys still excited to build those same apps? Do you think you are one step closer? stock price and prediction app. Okay, so when we give out, like when we slowly start coming to the middle of our compost camp, you'll be seeing that you'll be getting to work on developing your own app. And I think you're excited even more than before. That is good to hear. So then you will be able to work on those real life projects. And as I said, if you have any feedback and you want to like post on social media also, please feel free to like post it on social media, use the hashtags, so that other people can see what we have been like trying to share. Other people can see what we are trying to put across the board. And I'm very happy that the team is doing so well, and I cannot appreciate these guys enough. But I should also give a shout out to all those people who are like giving answers. Even if you're right, even if you're wrong, that does not matter. There are answers even I don't know, I still don't know, and I will like, I'm trying to learn. So it's a very important thing that you're trying to answer, trying to write codes. So if you have any issues in following also, you can just mention it and we will try to go with your pace, because a lot of people are learning it for the first time, I know. And I think everyone is enjoying. So do you have any like feedback right now at this point? Like, how are you? If you are enjoying the session, please give a shout out to Priyashu and say yes, so that he also feels that he is taking a good session, so that you feel okay. See, I think people are enjoying your session. So in the upcoming like in this session and the upcoming session, we will try to do more hands-on things. So make sure you have the like playground, the Kotlin playground right in front of you, so that you can do it hands-on as he's saying and as he's teaching. But even if you miss out, don't worry, we will be sharing everything. You don't need to worry, you don't have to feel like you need to catch up, and you don't have to rush. Go at your own pace. The recording will also be uploaded to YouTube. If you miss anything, go back and watch it. So just try to make the most of today and all the upcoming sessions. So I think I will go back to my team. But before I go back to my team, I would again ask you to follow us on all social media, because we are very active and we try to respond to everybody. And if you have like any feedback that this is a portion that we want you to cover, or this is how we can make it more interesting, so like please share it on WhatsApp, Discord, even on social media. Use the hashtag, so that will be great. So we will also get to know that what is it that we should be doing. So I think it's a great way to communicate also. So I will not waste any more time, so I will revert back to Priyashu. So Priyashu, please continue.
So refresh session is done. Let's continue. So coming to the next part, we have primary constructors and secondary constructors. These are the syntax that we'll get through when we come to the code part. So let's quickly go to the code. I'm giving you the code link. Open it, just copy it and paste it in your Kotlin playground, and you will get to see what happens. So you guys got it? You guys got the code ready to run? Hello, everyone is with me, right? Am I audible? Yeah, fine. Okay, relief. So coming to next part, okay. Let's run it first. So we get so many write-ups, right? Let's close it now. So let's understand what's happening actually. So we have declared this is a primary constructor and this is a secondary constructor. If you go through the previous slide that I showed, or the constructor slide, you will get to know about the syntax they are matching. So what I will do actually is that I will call same name, pass two parameters. This will go to the primary constructor. And then I will make I'll pass three parameters and then call the same smart device. It will go to secondary constructor. Now let's see the output. So first, this is a part of the first call, that is this one. Now this is these things, this three part. So this is printing these things. Now coming to secondary constructor, what secondary constructor does, it first initializes the primary constructor and then comes to the secondary constructor. So we are again seeing this that primary constructor and then comes the secondary constructor. So this is what is all about secondary constructor and primary constructor. So you guys can use this thing in your apps when you will be same way. Yeah, that's for declaring lambda functions. Where do you got it from here? I've not used it yet. Okay, fine. So continuing, uh, one more thing. Don't use any variables or declare any variables inside. I mean, you can use variables, but don't declare any variables inside the secondary constructor because this thing will generate an error. So this is the code that I run actually. This is output. So one more thing, you can get to see polymorphism that I said last time, that the same name we are accessing two different ways. So that's polymorphism. Now coming to inheritance, that is relationship between classes and relationship between parent and child class. So we will go through these 4 keywords. So we'll see what happens in the following slides. So we'll try to construct this tree here. That is, this is the parent, smart device is the parent, and it will have 2 child elements. So smart device as parent and child elements, we will get to know how to build this. Use open keyword. So to declare the parent class, we need to which one once more? Which one? Constructor part or this one, right? So this is the parent class and these two are child classes. That was what I was saying. Okay, got it. Devanjan. Yes, no. I guess my net is slow. Okay. Okay, so this is the parent class, this is the child class. Now coming to next part. To declare a parent class, we need to use a keyword open. So this is a syntax for that. Now to construct a similar thing like this, for example, this smart home is has a relationship and this is a relationship. So has a relationship is something like that. We knew that a smart device is a child of I mean smart TV device is a child of smart device. So we are actually accessing from smart home, we are accessing smart TV device directly. So that's has a relationship. And when we are doing relationship between two similar classes like parent child classes, then this is called a is-a relationship. Clear? We'll get through all this through some codes, right? Right. So this is how we declare a is-a relationship and a has-a relationship. Now let's go to code. Enough of theory. I'll discuss it later. Wait a minute. So I'll be declaring two functions. First comes a parent. This is the parent one. I'm giving you guys the code. Wait. This is the code. You guys can copy and paste it in your thing. So this is the parent class. Now I will declare two child classes after it. Okay. So these are two child classes, a smart light device and smart TV device. So I have not put any body in it yet. Also, to know the hazard relationship, I'll be declaring a hazard relationship here, that is smart home. So smart home is above smart device. So it will be accessing this smart light device directly. That's a hazard relationship. Now this is a relationship. This is a relationship, and these are the two child classes. Now let's put some body to the child class. This is smart light device, and let's put body to smart TV device. Otherwise, it will cry. Yeah. Now, what we need else? We have put the I mean the parent class and the child class. What we need more? Okay, slow. Fine. Break. Fine. So what I did actually, I did a parent class, then go through a child class, again a child class, and then I need another main function to access this, right? This is the main function. Fine. You will get the code there, I put it there. Nothing complex, just parent class and child class. We are using this open keyword to give the parent class, and these are child classes. And this is how we declare a child class. Everything is there in the PPT. When you will get it, you will get everything, right? Yeah, child class. These are child classes. Smart light device and smart TV device. Smart TV device किधर गया? हाँ, ये child class है. And this is the main function. So let's run and check what happens. So what we got is that first we called smart TV device on smart device, and then we passed Android TV and entertainment. We got Android TV as first one, and then we got Google Light. We are using the same object, smart device, to access two different things. And one more thing, to turn on and off, there is a keyword you will see that override somewhere here. Yeah. So what it actually doing is that we have turn on and turn off functions here. So we are again declaring the turn on function here. So when we are again declaring it here, we are actually need to override it. We need to show that this is more important than that the previous one. Fine. So this is how it works. Similarly, here we are using override. Now another keyword, super. What is super? Let's get back to our PPT. This is overriding that I already discussed. Now comes super. Super is like if you are using the same code that is in our super class, I mean the parent class, in our child class, then we need to use super class. So let's get through it. Where is my code? Yeah. So this is why I use super here, because this turn on is actually trying to access this turn on to represent this message. Okay, so to get this message, so this is, so you are using super. Now coming to the next part, now comes abstraction. We are done with encapsulation, polymorphism, inheritance. One left, that is abstraction, that is making your things private. So by default everything is public, but to make it private we need to use keywords like private, protected, or internal. Now this tree has three different functions. Private, it makes the declaration accessible in same class or in the same file. Protected, it makes it accessible in the same subclass, or internal, it makes it accessible throughout your same project, I mean the same module. So we'll be using private in our examples. Guys, do I need to slow down more? Hello. Okay, okay, I'm slowing down, fine. Have you guys done the code part? I mean, whatever I did here, this part you are done with, this thing. Okay, so react to Dipanjali is a yes. React there, anything. Okay, so you guys are done with code. Now comes to visibility modifiers. These are the 4 visibility modifiers that I already told. So let's get it. So this is the syntax for visibility modifiers. Now, can you guys make a quick guess that there wasn't any public, private, or such keywords in our previous code that I gave you? So what changes should I do that there are abstraction in my code that I gave you? What changes should I do? Any guess? Try a hands-on session on it. Put anywhere, put public, private, anywhere you like, and try it. The output should be same, but it should work that we won't be able to take functions from outside the class. I mean, call functions from outside the class. Private, yeah, private, but where? Where we need to put that keyword? Any line number or things as such? What we need to put private as? So, are you guys trying? Okay. So let me say, we need to put private in the variables that we have declared in array. ये क्या हो गया? The variables that we have declared in our class. I mean the parent class or super class. So we can put private here. I think the parent class would cause a problem because we're accessing it. No, no, no. Don't put it in the parent class, put it in the child class. Not in the function here. In the variables. If you are putting in the function, you won't be able to access it from here, from the parent class. Then that would be a problem. Private here and another two variables are here. Now let's run it and check what happens. So we got the same output. The only difference is that whatever we got, we can't access these variables, speaker volume or channel number from some other class like from other child class like smart light device. That we don't want, right? We don't want the functions of a TV in a light. So that's obvious. So now comes to the next part. This is the solution for it. Now coming to function types. Whatever we did till now was like fun, fun, fun. Everything was fun, right? We are using the keyword fun. So now we are trying to remove it. We want to remove the keyword fun. So for that, we have lambda functions. Do you guys have any idea about lambda functions or use it anywhere? Yes, no, nothing. Python, yeah. So it's similar to that. It's similar like that in lambda function. So what a lambda function does, it provides a concise syntax to define a function without the fun keyword. So let's see how it works. So this is an example here that we are calling a function and then making a lambda function out of it. And when we run it, we'll get this no treats both from trick as well as when you assign it to a variable trick function, then you also will get it. So we also try it something. Let's try, you guys try now. I will not do. What should be the output from it? Whatever I give. Output. I gave a normal function actually. What should be the output, anyone? Quick. 17, right? Now can you, you have done it, right? 17 have run it. Now can you quickly convert it to a lambda function? The same thing, just in lambda function. Satik, can you do? Or Amit, yeah, Sarvesh. Can you guys convert it to a lambda function? This is the syntax to make it lambda function. I've not gone the details, but yet. Okay. Yes, no. Hello. Okay, so I'm trying it. Let me try them. So let's delete all this. It's all done. So yeah, yeah. It's right. So can we put it like this? Will it work? Will this thing work? What we have actually done is this is a lambda function. I've assigned a variable someone, and then this two int means we are giving input as two integers, and this int means that we are returning integer. So then we are assigning that a is an integer, b is a, this is our functional variable. We can put anything here, x, y, and then we can add x plus y here. Not an issue. That this is our internal variable, this is an integer, b is an integer, and then we're performing the operation. Okay, fine. Everyone is with me. Yeah, Satvik did it actually. Wow, nice. Yeah, that can be done in that way too, but it's actually the original way of doing it using that arrow and all. But it's okay, it can be done in that way too. It's a short method. So you guys are learning for the first time, so I tried doing it in this way. Okay, so let's run it. I think we'll get the output. Yeah. So through lambda function we got this. Through normal function we got this. Now coming to the next part. Now what about if we don't want to get a return something? I mean, we don't want to return an integer or something. We don't know what it will return, or we don't like return void something like that. What should we do in that case? I mean, we want to print hello world through a function. How will you do it? Any idea? Anyone? Without this return type, how can we do this? Use unit. Yeah, right. So let's see how it happens. So now comes this. We are putting a string as input and we don't know the output. We don't have anything as return type. Yeah, we are using this it keyword. It keyword means that whatever you are inputting, this is referenced at it. Kotlin has this keyword. It has internal mechanism to take this as string, this input as it, and then we'll print it. So we are taking text to hello learners. Don't take text as a keyword, it's a variable actually. Okay, let's run it. Yeah, we got hello learners. Okay, now coming to next part. So whatever we did here, this was all about simple lambda functions. Now we can do one more thing. We can call lambda functions as return type to another function. So how we can do that actually, let's get back to our presentations and quickly. So we can lambda functions can be called in three different ways. So using functions as data types that we already did. Also we can use function as a return type that also we did. Now this is we need to pass this lambda function to another function as an argument. So how we can do it? Let's check it out. So this is how we do it. So this is a normal function, right? We are passing this to call me. This is a lambda function is here. So it is passing to unit and we are getting it here. Let's run and see what's out. We get hello learners. Are you guys clear up to this? Clear or not? Okay, fine, fine. So coming to next part, whatever we did this here, these are called high level functions, high order functions, sorry, high order functions. So high order functions are actually that returns a function or takes a function as argument. They are called high order functions. There are many examples of a high order function like my max or something like hello something. Which or we'll be discussing here repeat functions. So what is repeat function? Repeat function is just an alternative for, where for we need to put this iteration and we to give this range and all. In repeat, we just need to put the times and then put a lambda function inside it. This is also called trailing lambda syntax, whatever using for repeat statement. So let's run a code using repeat. Run it and say what's the output. Let's run it. So finally we got three outputs, right? We got printed three times. And what is this index? So what is this index is that this is a lambda function is running here. Every time we are printing this repeat thing, this index is getting increased by one. That is index plus plus. So it's an internal function of repeat. So every time we are printing this, it's printing this line and then it's printing the index. So indexing we can view one thing that here also the indexing starts from 0. So whenever you are using this repeat function, keep in mind that the index is starting from 0. Otherwise, you'll be in great trouble. So this was all that I had to cover today. And now Vishamar Bhaiya will be teaching you about Jetpack Compose, and that will be a very interesting session, I know. And if you guys want to connect with me, you guys can connect me on my LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn. You guys can connect with me on LinkedIn. Thank you.
Hello, am I audible? Hello, please confirm. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Yeah.
Okay. So hello guys. So till now, I think you are comfortable with Kotlin because you give a lot effort to learn that. So can you please write a yes? Are you comfortable with Kotlin at this moment? Great. So you may be highly eager to make some Android apps which you can install in your Android phone and show your friends and all. So now we are going to build an interactive Android application using Jetpack Compose. So you may be tempted to ask, what is the Jetpack Compose is basically? So it basically facilitate our Android UI development. Okay. So instead of going much theoretical, I will directly show you in the code. So anyway, let's move ahead into the PPT. Please share Priyashu PPT. Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay. So before going to the Android Studio and code, we have to understand a little bit of composable function. So what is composable function? So composable function is basically a special type of function by using which we can make the Android UI. Okay. How we can make the composable function, that I will explain in the code. And one more thing, we need to understand that. So you have an Android screen. Okay. So inside that screen, you have to put some components like button, images, and anything. So for that, you need some container, and inside that container, you have to put all the things like images and all the things. So there is basically three types of container: column, row, and box. So what is basically these three types of container? What is the difference? In the column container, you can put all the elements in vertical order, top to bottom. In the row container, you can put all the materials and all the elements in left to right order. And in the box composable, whatever you keep, that will be overlapped each other. Okay. So maybe a little bit of confusing, right? Don't worry, guys. We'll now move on to the Android Studio and we will see how we can do that, all the things. So I'm sharing my screen. So I think it is visible. Kindly confirm once. Is my screen visible? Great. So before going to the code, first of all, let's see what we are going to build. We are going to build a dice roller application. Okay. So let's see. This application looks like this. So there should be one button, and this is basically dice. If you click this roll button, you can see this dice is rolling and give the output accordingly. So totally interactive, and you can also install this application in your Android phone also. Okay. So let's understand how we can write this code for this application. So first of all, in the Android application, while you are writing the code, first of all, the main entry point to the code is this on create. Okay. Are you following? I think you are following. Okay. So basically what I am saying that the main entry point is this on create. So let's see. Here many things are written. So don't focus on everything. Just focus wherever I am focusing. Okay. So that will be very much easier for you to understand how we can write the code and how the whole system is working. So main entry point is the on create, and then inside this dice roller thing, whatever the function is written, that is basically we are calling, and we are going to make this dice roller app function. Okay. So we are going to write this, and here we are calling this function. Okay. I think clear. So I'm moving ahead. So from here, the control flow of the program will move to this part, that is fun dice roller app. Just notice from here, two things are written: @preview and @composable. I already said that in order to make the function composable, we have to do something. using this @composable, we can make a function composable. That is basically a special type of function. Okay, so which facilitate our UI designing. And as we use @preview, instead of again and again playing it or installing it to the emulator, we can directly show the preview. Using this split button, we can see this is the preview. So the right hand side, this is the emulator, and this is the preview. Okay, we can see the app in the preview. So I am just minimizing this emulator right now. You can see the preview. Okay, all right. So now moving to the this function dice roller app. Inside this function dice roller app, we are calling one another function that is dice with image, dice with button image. This function we are calling, and inside this function we are giving an argument that is a modifier equals to modifier dot fill max. So you may be tempted to ask me that what is this modifier? Okay, I will come back to that later. For now, just give a question mark in it. Okay, move ahead. So here I am calling this function dice with button image, and the control flow will move from here to here. That is dice with button image function, and this is also another composable function. And here we are giving the parameter whatever we are passing. But right now we are confused about this. What is this? I will tell you later. Don't worry. Basically, what we need for making this application, we need the images. Images means these dice images, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. These are dice images. And we need another button, and we need the variable, that is a result variable, where when we click this roll button, then the value will be generated from 1 to 6. Okay, I'm just telling the logic basically. After that, I will explain from the code. So basically, what happens when we click the button roll, then the values from 1 to 6 will be generated, and according to that, that image will be displayed over here. That is the basic thing. So basically what happened, first of all, we take a simple variable that is val equals to result. Okay, but in this composable function or in this Android Studio, there is a problem with this type of declaration. Instead of this type of declaration, we have to use var result by remember mutable state of like this. So you may be tempted to ask me why you need this. So wait. This is the concept of state that will be discussed in the later session. So for now, just think in this way that this line means that we are just declaring one variable result, and where we are assigning value 1. Okay, move ahead. Next, we are going to import the images, that is 6 images, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 images. So here we are basically going to import that images. How? First of all, we have to download the images. Okay, so how we can download the images? I am giving you the link. From here you can download the images. So just a minute. Okay. So I posted a link, so you can download a zip file from here. Okay. So you can download it and you can open. You can extract the folder. So if you extract, you can see there is basically 6 files. Okay, these 6 files is basically 6 images. Okay, fine. Next, move ahead. Just we downloaded the files. We didn't import it right now. So how we can import that? For that, we need to go to the resource manager. So you can see the resource manager in the left hand side, or you can go to the view tool set tool windows, and you can go to the this resource manager. Both are same, no issue. After that, we need to click this plus button. Okay, click this plus button and go to the import durables. Okay, after that you just browse to that directory where you downloaded that 6 images, and you just select all the images in this way, and you can click OK, and then you can click next, and then you can click import. As I already imported, I am not importing right now. I am just canceling it. So right now I imported all the images. So till now, anyone have any issue how to import the images and how the control flow basically happen? Can you please respond, guys? If you are unable to understand, you can write no. I will explain again, no issue. If you understand. No issue. Okay. So in which part your problem? Can you please mention importing the images or which part? Okay. Cool. No issue. See. So I think you all guys able to download the images. Okay. After downloading the images, extract that images. Okay. So I think you can extract the images. No issue with that. Then you have to go resource manager, which is available in the left hand side here. So just see here you can see the resource manager. If you are unable to see this, then you can go to the view, then tool windows, then you can go to the resource manager. Both are same basically. Okay. Are you with me? Okay. Then click on this plus button. So you can see there is a plus symbol. Okay. Click on this plus. Then you can click this import drawings. Okay. And then you can click all the images. You have to go to the directories, like from here you can go to directories where you downloaded the files and keep that files. You can go from here. Okay. And then you have to click all the images, then click on OK. That's it. Then you have to click the next, then click on import. It will import all the files. Are you got my point? Okay. So move ahead. So after importing the images, what happened? So right now we imported the images in the project, but we have to import the images inside this file, or you can say that we have to import the images inside this code. Okay. So for that I used one when expression. How to use that? See, first of all I use one variable, that is the image resource. Okay. Then we use when, then the result. Okay. So what is this result? Result is basically the variable which we earlier declared. So this is the result. Okay. So this result value may be 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 anything. So according to the result value, suppose let's say result value is 1, for example. Okay. So it will, this statement will be evaluated and it will be r.drawable.dice.1. So what is this r.drawable.dice.1? So this one. So you want to import any images, so you have to write this statement r.drawable.name of the file. So what is the name of the file? You can see that the name of the file is dice1, dice_1. So that's why we write this one dot one, and this is the syntax r.drawable. And why one, why two? That is basically comes from this result variable. Till now, is there any issue? So I'm waiting, guys. So then see, now you have to understand. So this is the basically mobile screen. Okay. So inside the mobile screen, we have to put the images as well as this button. So inside this screen, we have to create one container. Inside that container, we can put our required elements. Okay. So that's why we use here this column container. So what is the benefit of using column container? I already said that in the column container, whatever elements we import, that will be put in the vertical order, that is top to bottom. So I use this column container. Okay, fine. Inside this column container, I wrote something. So what is that? See, I write modifier equals to modifier. So what is this modifier? Again, see, in some previously, I already said that here I also use modifier, which I make question mark. So now let's understand what is this modifier is. So this modifier basically facilitate our Android development by adjusting our elements or by decorating our UI properly. How properly means what? See, I use modifier equals to modifier. This modifier variable basically comes from where? Comes from parameter as a parameter from this argument. Okay, from this argument, and the value of this argument is basically modifier dot fillmax size dot wrap content size. So this fillmax size and wrap content size and alignment dot center, this is basically properties of modifier. So basically what happened, by using this, we are trying to make this column container center aligned according to the screen. Screen means mobile screen. So what happened? Basically, see, by giving this statement, we are creating a container named column container, and which is basically center aligned according to the screen, according to the mobile screen. So this is the meaning of this statement. This is the use of this modifier, and that's why we passed this modifier fill max size and wrap content size as a argument from this by this function. Okay, so are you got my point? Yes or no, please? You can get the code, no issue. Okay, don't think that code is not given and all. So I will provide all, no issue with that. Okay, great. So next, here we use modified equals to modifier. I think it is clear. Next, I again write that horizontal alignment equals to alignment dot center alignment of center horizontally. What is the meaning of this? See, whatever we did, that we create a column which is center aligned, but we have to do that whatever elements we are putting inside the column, that should be center aligned according to this container. Okay, so let me show you properly. So I am, for now I am just removing this one, this statement. Okay, now let's build it and see what happens. Just wait, it is basically building. Just wait a bit. It is taking a little bit of time to build. See, we make a container, that is column, which is center aligned according to the screen, but we put two variables. Variables means we put two images, this images and this button, that is not center aligned according to this container, that is according to this column container. So we have to center aligned according to this column container, each and everything. So that's why we use this thing. I'm just undoing this part. Okay, so that's why we use this horizontal alignment equals to alignment of center horizontally, so that each and everything whatever we put inside this column, that will be center aligned according to this column container. Okay, so now move ahead. Next, we have to keep the we have to put the images. So that's why we have to use this image composable. Inside this image composable, we have to write painter. So this is the syntax basically. Painter equals to painter resource, and inside that painter resource. So till now, this part is basically syntax. Inside this, we have to give the image variable, and the variable name is image resource. How we will get this? We get this from here. So here we imported all the images, and the required images will store inside this image resource variable, and this image resource variable we have to pass here. And this is the syntax, painter equals to this one. And we give content description equals to result dot toString. So this is basically shows that the image basically, now image is value 1, 2, 3 or whatever, that value will be stored inside this content description variable. Okay, so this is so in this way we can import a image. So next, we use a spacer. Spacer is what? This is basically give a space between the image and the roll button. Okay, so let me build it once again. Okay, so see, next we have to put a button. How to put a button? How to create a button? So for creating the button, we have to use this button keyword. This is basically a button composable. Okay, this is basically a button composable. Inside the button composable, we have to write on click. So this is basically syntax, and inside this we have to write something. Inside this on click, whatever we write, that will be act as an action. So here we have to do some action according to the clicking to the roll button. So the action is the result value will be initialized with 1 to 6 dot random 1 dot 6. It means it will generate some value from 1 to 6, and dot means it will some random value, and that random value will be stored inside the result variable, and according to that value, focus on this, according to that value, this image will be restored into this image resource variable. Okay, and then we give simple text. Text equals to this text means whatever we are writing inside this. Just a minute. Okay, and this text means whatever we write inside this button, we write what? Role, ROLL, role. Okay, so text equals to string resource r dot string dot role. So this is what, instead of writing this, let me make it more simple. You can directly write in this way, that ROLL. Okay, no issue with that. Or you can also remove this one. Okay, great. You can write text equals to ROLL. Whatever you write, that will be displayed in this button. Okay, so in this way you can make a very interactive and simple application, and this is the dice roller application. When you click this, you can get the output accordingly. So tell me, is there any issue with it? I think it is a very simple app, and this is the first interactive app. I think you are very much enjoyed, and if you have any issue, any problem, you can tell me. Okay, let me share you the code. So how you can get the code? You can open the pathway 2. Let me show you. You can open the pathway 2, that is the add a button to an app, and you can go to the create interactive dice roller app and take to the code lab, and you can go to the get the solution, and here is the link. Okay, so I am sharing you. Wait a minute. So here you can get the code, and how to use that code I'm showing you. See, when you open this, you will get this type of interface, the GitHub page, and you get this code section. You just copy this one inside this HTTPS. You just copy it. Okay. Next, go to the Android Studio, go to the file, new, and go to the project from version control. Okay. So click on that, paste the URL here, whatever the URL you copied, then click on clone. It will take 10 to 15 minutes depending upon your internet speed and PC configuration, and all the codes will be copied to your computer. No issue with that. So guys, tell me if there any issue, unable to follow. You can feel free to contact with us if you feel any issue later on. No issue with that. Right now, are you confident? How to add button and how to add activities and how to interact with that? Can you please write in the chat section? Are you able to follow, guys? If in any portion you may feel that this is not clear or that, so you can also follow the recording also, that will be also provided, so don't worry about that. So are you able to clone the code? Just click on this GitHub link and follow whatever I show. Okay, so Shomallo, please carry on.
Shomalu, you have been muted. Please unmute yourself.
Oh, sorry. Guys, how did you enjoy this session? Was it good or not? Let's see in the chat box. Do you understand all the things that has been taught? Did you understand all the things?
I think we should ask them if they
Yes,
understood even 50% of the things. Even that is more than good for a
that is more
beginner.
than enough. To learn more about the things, you should complete the content pathways that we are going to give to after this session. You will get to learn more about all the things in more deeper approach. So Rishita, can we call this a day right now?
Yes, I think we can. But before that, I would quickly like to remind everybody, if you are not on the WhatsApp group or the Discord channel, please join, because I think the form for team formation has already been given. And I think I've already mentioned in the chat and in the WhatsApp group that you have to complete all the pathways and attend all the sessions for you to finish this course and like get the final certification. So even if you do not have a group and you cannot make a group on your own, don't worry, just contact us. We will make sure you have a group and get to complete the project. And all the problem statements, they are going to be given by GDSC India. So the deadline is September 15, which is not too far. So please register by today itself, tonight itself if possible. Contact your friends. They can be from different colleges also, different departments. It is not a, like, there is no many compulsion. There is like no boundaries. You can choose anyone to be in your group, and we are always here. We are always looking forward to help you. But make sure you go to the GitHub, and the GitHub has been shared in WhatsApp, Discord, and you see that every week we are like uploading new things. So you make sure you go and complete the pathways, you get the badges, you make sure you do the final project. And again, I would like to mention that we are very glad to have with us our gold partner, Lyft. I think all of you know what Lyft is about. Give me a quick yes if you are aware of what Lyft is. Have you ever heard of it in Play Store or in on Instagram or Facebook or anywhere? A quick yes. Yes. Yes, a ride sharing app. So basically, I think everybody knows what Lyft is, and we are very happy that we can have them as our gold partner in GDSC TMSL. And starting this club has been a great journey for all of us here. And I would like to thank all the facilitators and entire GDSC team for like putting their efforts into the compost camp. And I would like to thank all the attendees who are attending with such rapt attention and
Big
doing
shout out to
everything.
them.
And even if you don't
Staying
know
till
something,
9:30.
staying till 9:30, that is
Yeah,
yeah,
big shout out to them.
big shout out to that. And we're very happy for our sponsor Lyft, and we hope to see you all in the upcoming sessions. If you get stuck somewhere,
And guys, sorry to interrupt,
yeah,
Rishita. Today's session and all the links to the pathways to Unit 2 will be uploaded in week 2. So keep an eye on that. We'll be trying to upload it by tomorrow evening, say. Shumala, we can do it till tonight also, or if max to max will take time
Max
till
to max
tomorrow evening.
tomorrow.
max to
Max to
two.
max tomorrow.
And we'll upload all the links to unit 2. Unit 2 has 3 pathways, so unit 1 also had 3 pathways. So how many of you have completed the unit 1 or on the verge of completing the unit 1?
Please
Or if
use
you
the
have any
chat.
doubt in that, also you can contact us. If you
Yes.
have any doubt in the uh, content pathway one, you can contact us. We will be delighted to help you.
So
Okay.
very nice. I can see most of you have completed and few are on the verge of completing. So unit 2 links will also be shared in the week 2 folder. So keep an eye on the readme of week 2 folder. All right. That's great to hear that most of you have completed.
It's very
And
nice to see that everyone is putting their best effort.
yes. And also,
It's great to
GDC
have this
India will
positive
give a
feedback.
very specific few problem statements, but that doesn't mean that you have to restrict yourself to that problem statements. If you have anything in mind and if you want to come up with a solution to some local problems or personal problem, you can also make your own problem statement and go ahead with it. We have no problem. GDC India always welcomes new ideas and new thoughts. So something that they might couldn't have thought of and you come up with it, that's great too. So there also be a open idea topic, so you can go for that and create your own app.
And one thing that I would like to tell all of our attendees, please keep a very like close look on the WhatsApp or the Discord channel or the social media, because like I said, September 15 is the last date for team formation. Please do not miss that deadline because it is very important. And if you are finding difficulty in forming teams, please write to us. You can write it in the group itself. You can text any of the core team members personally. We will try our best to find you a team in time. And like Shantini said, if you have a problem statement in mind, please feel free to share and bring the solution, because this is all about creativity and developing new ideas. And I am very happy that all of you are here and trying to learn a new skill. And with this, I think we can come to an end of the session today, right, Shantini?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Kudos to you
And
guys.
kudos to all of you
Great
who
work.
are trying your best, even if you did not know a lot of codes. Don't worry, you can go and revise all of them. The recording, the GitHub links, everything will be shared. If you have any doubts, please, we are requesting you to ask us. Feel free. We always want all of you and to have feedback. And please go to social media and you can share your highlights of the session, a screenshot or anything you want to say, and use the hashtag so that it is easier for us to also find your comment or your post. So that is all from our side for tonight, and we hope to see you in the next session, which will be coming soon. And for today, good night and thank you so much for attending.
Good night, guys.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.